Those unofficial mottos of this beautiful state of Mississippi. I googled some of them, and I won't repeat some of them because I've heard all the redneck jokes too. You know, I'm from Alaska. I'm a proud redneck. I'm a proud bitter clinger to my God, my guns, and my See, that's why I feel at home. Some of those unofficial mottos, though, and then the more official motto. Arms and valor. I think it's providential. I think it's prophetic. Where we are in this time in history and Mississippi's role that's being played out in this time in history for our country. It is with arms and with valor that we can usher in the change. The arms being the voting box. It's the ballot that you will be casting. That's the arms that we have right now in order to usher in that change, because we know that what's happening in Washington, D.C., as led by Barack Hussein Obama, a fundamental transformation of this country that we still believe in, that we love. We don't need that fundamental transformation. We need a fundamental restoration of all that is good. Who can undo a lot of what's been going on in Washington today, and to reestablish that foundation upon which America was built, that foundation that Chris McDaniel believes in and has lived out, that foundation based on freedom, based on right priorities when it comes to budgeting your tax dollars, where they will be spent. For instance, how about spending your tax dollars on those who have sacrificed all in order for us to be free, our United States military at our best. I like to remind folks wherever I go, I'll remind you too, if you love your freedom, think of that. And if there are vets here today, those of you serving presently or served in the past, would you stand up and we're going to honor you and we're going to thank you for that service to our country. There are a lot of vets here. It bodes so well for the character of the state and really for the wisdom of the people here. And I trust that wisdom of the people doing the right thing on June 3rd. Chris McDaniel knows that the status quo has got to go. If we are to get America back on the right track, it's insane to assume that we will get any different result than what we have been seeing by re-electing the same old guard. You know, that's been doing the same thing, kind of going along to get along with this appeasement doctrine, basically going along with Barack Obama's failed policies that have dug us so deep into debt. And is it fair to these children, to your grandchildren, that there's no end in sight to this deficit spending and this incurring of debt if we re-elect the same people who got us into the problem that we're facing today? Don't get distracted by some of these ridiculous non-stories that those of us from the outside of the state have peered into and seen what the media has done with some of Chris's positions, or people surrounding. Those are distractions. Okay, they're to take your eye off the ball. You know what's important. Again, the wisdom of the people in Mississippi. You know that the media will not succeed in trying to get you to think of things that are on the periphery that really don't amount to a hill of beans at the end of the day. What counts is what your candidate intends to do, more importantly, what his record has proven that he can do. No, what the media is doing, that's the same old noise that is blah, 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 that white noise in the background. Again, the intention is to distract. We know that Chris is running for the right reasons. I wouldn't be here today if I did not believe that. I know he's running for the right reasons, and yes, we vet these candidates that we want to support and see elected into office. Chris is running with a servant's heart, and that's what we need in the United States Senate. And Mississippi, we have promised some of the good guys in the Senate, like Ted Cruz, Mike Lee, we promised them reinforcements. Mississippi's effort in that is to send Chris McDaniel to the United States Senate in service to this great country, the most exceptional country on earth. He's the man to do it. Our eyes are on you. Our faith is in you. June 3rd, doing the right thing. And I'm proud to hand this over to the next United States Senator from the great state of Mississippi, Chris McDaniel.